Hey guys, I'm back again and I'm here with my review of Ruby by Cynthia Bond. Now, we were supposed to have a live chat this past Sunday, but there was a mix-up and we couldn't do it. So we will be doing it this Sunday, I think, this Saturday or Sunday. I'll come back on here on Friday with my hashtag Friday Reads, and I'll give you all the information on exactly when the live discussion on Ruby is going to take place with Dominique and Danielle. Now, I felt like I need to come on here and give you my little, review on Ruby. Yeah, I picked up Ruby. I think I might have read Ruby in exactly about 3 or 4 days, because I read them in like 3 or 4 chunks. Yeah, this book, I had some problems with, I had some issues with the way she wrote this book, because one, I don't think she made it easy at all on the reader. Not that I think she had to make it easy on us, but from the intensity of the subject matter of the book, she could have made just a bit of an effort in some places, in the sense of she needed to stop doing this kind of chunky writing where everything is all mixed up and you have to really take time to kind of piece this all together, because nothing is really told in order. That made it very difficult to understand lots of things. And she also introduced a lot of characters, maybe way too many, to the point where you weren't really sure who you were supposed to be paying attention to. And that caused you to have a second bit of information that you have to try to piece together, along with all of the different incidents and things that she presents to you, along the way. Now, I did find that her writing was good, and sometimes she had remarkable sense of description for things, and I love some of the one-liners that she did that were just, fantastic. But I had a really deep issue with some of the scenes that she writes about, the sexual abuse of children. Now, already reading about sexual abuse, period, is difficult. But when you read it and it's dealing with children, I mean, that just makes me physically ill. There was a scene in this book, I was physically ill reading it. And I still don't believe she had to write that scene so detailed like that. I mean, it's if I'm not going to tell you what happens in the scene, but if you have read Ruby, you probably already know what I'm thinking. But if you don't, because there was a lot of bad stuff that happened in this book, you can go to page 292, from page 292 to page 297. You go there and you read that part of the story again if you forgot. And we can talk below and you tell me if you felt like that was all necessary. Because, I'm one of those people that believes that you don't always have to say everything blow by blow. That it's almost 10 times worse sometimes to have things hinted at. And it holds more weight in the end. This is the first in a trilogy. So from the ending of the book, which I was really surprised by the ending. And there were some things that I didn't, I said, oh my God, what is this? The book is heavily rooted in, voodooism and, or I should say, religious undertones and voodoo undertones that run right through the book. And we'll probably talk about this. I'll probably talk about this more in depth with Danielle and Dominique. That also makes for a very good contradiction that goes on in the book, considering some of the terrible things that happen. Now, back to the writing style. Yeah, there was, quite a lot of writing styles that seem to be shining through this book. Not necessarily Cynthia Bond's writing style. It seems like there was a lot of, I've heard people say Toni Morrison, I've heard people say Zora Neale Hurston, I've heard people say Bernice L. McFadden. And I have to agree with all of it, because as I was reading along, there was some, bits I was like, gosh, that sounds like, this person's writing, For me, there was a lot of Toni Morrison shining through the book. But I think that's a bit of a shame, because I would have preferred to have Cynthia Bond's writing style, whatever that is, and not have like some kind of imitation of some of these other writers that I had just mentioned. I said I was going to give this 3.5 stars, but in the end, I wind up giving it 3 stars. And it's because it really was a disappointment for me. And I can't even say that I was expecting anything in particular, but I was expecting it to be a better book than it was. It's a good book. It's not a great book. It's not a poor book. But there's some issues that I have with it. Now, it's true, some people love this book. They say it's 4 or 5 stars. All over the blogging world, it's been getting, really excellent reviews. And I haven't heard that many negatives. I've seen a few negative reviews, but I've seen a lot more, 4 or 5 star reviews. But for me, no, I needed more. And I felt like I was getting nothing but shock treatment, shock therapy with this one. So pick it up if you want to see what it's all about. That's all I can tell you for now. If you want to know more details, you want to see really what I think about certain, particular aspects of the book, then come on over and check us out with the live show. I think it's either Saturday or Sunday. I will let you know all of the details for that on my #FridayRead video. Okay, bye.